throughout with this particular event, because I think it's during the day, there was no issues last time. But I think further on as we go, we need to discuss how we're going to handle these types of events. Because it seems, as you know, they're frequent, which is fine, but it does impact our resources. And if I have to have people there, I can't have people on the other parts of the village. So that just, it really comes down to, you know, comfort level. I know that we're working on a special events policy, which I think will give us better direction and allow you to give us input on what your expectations are. I'll take any questions.
Trustee Nicole.
So for shenanigans, do we have police on overtime for that one?
Yes.
Two police officers?
2 police officers, and we were reimbursed by the bid.
Which we pay for. But we did that because honestly we also felt that was the smart choice for a first time event on a Saturday, Irish Fest. You know, they're not sitting down watching TV, they're out drinking. So that one I kind of felt, you know, I understand that, and it's the Chiefs' first time, there's a lot of people in the village, it just put a lot of people at rest. Sure, but I just felt for this event, it's not necessary, it's, in my opinion, far less necessary.
But that was, what about for the Packers games?
We did not do it for the Packer game last time, and that was a choice by, I think, the village manager at the time.
Anticipates attendance of 6,000. How many do we have that like?
Well, last time we anticipated about 6,000 for the World Cup, and throughout the course it was probably between 6, coming and going 6 and 8 throughout the morning to the evening. But then
St. Patrick's Day.
yeah,
The World Cup was,
yes.
the World Cup was actually, sorry, excuse me, the World Cup was attended by,
Can you say your name?
yeah, Chris Tinker, owner at 3 Lines. The World Cup was probably attended by about 6,000 people, and I would guess probably 25% of the crowd was children.
Yeah, they all sit down with phones watching that.
And again, this one's at 10 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday.
So, yeah. So you go to 6 p.m.
Yeah, we're gonna make it big. It's a 30-day event, and this is the end of the tournament. So we're gonna have the street closed by 6. We just want to take the if we're closing down, there's that much going on, we might as well put some music on, put a bit of entertainment after the game, because the game wraps up around 2, is it?
The game will wrap up around 1 o'clock.
And then just a band and stage out there with the families, and we're doing some little 3v3 futsal tournaments for the kids and things like that out there. So just give a bit of time on that, and then wrap it up. Wrap it up before everyone's too drunk and before the evening comes and it gets dark. But we just felt that all I wanted to do honestly with this was, I know you guys are working on a policy. I just felt as though, as we know, things get put on us that don't get put on other people. And if this is some, I don't want to set the precedence here and now on this event of the way things are going to go forward. So as a collective group, you guys kind of come to an understanding. So I'm saying on this event, I just think it's a little unnecessary. And I think 9-10 events that have gone off immaculately kind of suggests that, you know, we can manage this okay.
Trustee.
I just wanted to follow up on Trustee Maher's comment, just to make sure we're comparing apples to apples here in terms of attendance. My question is, what time did Shorewood Shenanigans run in comparison to the time that the World Cup event will take place?
It went pretty much the same time, wasn't it? It was a little bit later was the Shenanigans, and went to, what time did we wrap up? 8, 9?
Noon till 8, and the street was reclosed by 9 o'clock.
And then this one we're doing 10 to, closing at 9, opening the street 10 to 10 till 5. 10 till 5 is when it's going to be used. Yeah, and last time was the same, but to be honest, after the game was a little bit late. I think it was a 2 o'clock kick-off last time. So, but pretty much after the game, people stuck around and enjoyed the party, but it wasn't as intense as kind of before the game when everyone's turning up, trying to watch it, get a seat. Afterwards, it kind of filtered out here and there.
Trustee Bumpers.
So a couple of questions and comments. So thank you for agreeing to do this again.
Thank you.
I have been very happy since in the last several years by the initiative, not only mainly from you guys, but in creating the Kensington Square and kind of that really nice community up there. And then this has been mirrored in other parts of our village, which I'm I am a big supporter of, I think it increases our vitality, our vibrancy in our village as part of our mission and our vision statement. And so I also appreciate that you guys have taken apart a lot of the bill in the past, and I think many of us are aware of that. I also want to just say that my son, who's 14, we attended the shenanigans, and he said, I have never ever seen this many people out in the streets in Shorewood, including the 4th of July, including the bike races. And even though he wasn't imbibing, so to speak, he really loved, you know, having that life and that community aspect. So I appreciate that. And I understand this also brings in, this event brought in, you said about 6,000 people. These are not residents of Shorewood necessarily, but they are people who could be residents of Shorewood, people who could shop, you know, spend time in our village here. So, you know, it's great, I think, almost free marketing, if anything. And it did receive a lot
We're
of
on
press.
ESPN that night, yeah.
Yes.
The only place mentioned on ESPN after the World Cup final, he said, who said soccer would never be big when you look at Shorewood, Wisconsin? And they showed a picture of the panoramic, and it kind of, they flattered us really. They went, 80,000 people. They had me to 0, but I wasn't going to call them in an argument. They literally put up Shorewood, Wisconsin on TV after the World Cup final. Sorry, yes, yeah, that was,
Okay.
yeah, it was good marketing.
But, like you said, globally, you know, we have to look at all of our events, which we are, and we're looking at a policy. And so historically, we haven't had any problems with any of these events, right, is what we're saying, as far as like the seeing for the need for additional security. And I know it only takes, you know, one time.
Yeah, it was.
And as someone who grew up in Madison and participated in the State Street Halloween events, and then one year there was, you know, a major incident, and then that kind of changed the whole situation and stuff like that. I mean, I hesitate to be punitive in advance, which I think $1,200 is punitive in many regards. For when we've had many instances, we've had them demonstrate a lot of data here, at least, you know, 8 or 10 different events. So, and this is an event primarily during the day, goes to 6 p.m. So I understand also, I appreciate that the chief of police is requesting this, because thank you for looking out for the village and doing your job here. But as I would say that I would be in favor of not charging Three Lions and the rest of Kensington Square, I guess, for that matter, that providing an event that's a service not only, like I said, to the village, but
I do think there's times and things that it's necessary to, and I do want to make that clear, but I do think there are, you
And
know.
just a clarification, the chief didn't request it, right?
No.
The management asked you if you were to provide it, how much would it be?
That's correct.
oh, there's more reason to
Direct protection there.
Trustee Mehta.
Yeah, I was just looking at your map here because I went to last time and that entire block was packed with people and people sitting and so, I mean, the way you have the seating and the benches and that, doesn't look like there's enough room for everybody.
Oh, do you mean on the World Cup final or for the shenanigans?
Yeah, the one you did the last
Yeah,
one, yeah.
The World Cup, it worked out alright because unlike shenanigans, people aren't, what we did, we told everyone to bring their own chairs. So
Yeah.
kind of like this, they set up in rows.
Yeah.
And the reason why we want to go, Chris did apply to go to, and this was where me and him actually had some miscommunication, because I'd said just to the North Star, so people could get in and out. But after what we'd done with Shorewood shenanigans, we were concerned that again we'd have too many people in too small a space. So he did apply to go back to Glendale, but I think we ended up saying in our meeting last week that we ended up applying just for North Shore for flow of traffic. But where we do put that screen, it is movable, the Jumbotron. And right now we currently kind of put it not where the exit is, just in front of the exit, so that people can play the games and the futsal and the Irish games behind her. But with that room, what we can potentially do is, if we do find it getting too much, we can pull the tile off, and the Jumbotron's on wheels. We can move that backwards if it does feel as though it's getting a little too crowded down there.
There were that whole block was full of people,
Yeah, it
and you
was.
could barely find a place to sit down.
It was packed up until probably just number one restaurant, well, not number one, sorry, up until the insurance agency, in terms of just packed,
I
yeah.
think you might need more room, but.
Just push it further back.
And I want to say, especially, that was had a real family vibe to it. There were a lot of kids, and I think being at 10 in the morning, I mean, I'm not that worried either about that the need for police incidents. So, I mean, I think private security is also fine with me, but then I don't know, how many, 2 security guards, I don't know how many you would need.
Yeah.
I guess 2, because we were talking about 2 police.
I'd do more. I think it's on fact. An officer's going to be more effective than than just a regular civilian. So I forget that if we were looking at, say, 4 to 6, would you be comfortable with that?
Chief Nimmer, can you answer that question? If we were to go with or vote for private security, how many would you recommend?
I think 4 would be fine.
Thank you.
Is that the minimum? I'm just trying to get a feel for, like Mr. Price said, we don't want to, we do, as we're getting ready to do the special events policy, I'm thinking ahead, and I'm just collecting information for that purpose too.
Right, so I mean, the role of a security guard or a bouncer really is to prevent alcohol from leaving the area or identifying issues. Beyond that, they're not going to be able to do much, so we certainly don't want them to do anything more, because that becomes very problematic as well. So the number of security guards is arbitrary, I think. So it's more eyes, I guess, to call us, would be what we would want. So I don't think a number is necessarily important.
Thank you. Trustee Carpenter.
So you said that the permit, is it currently, or is that what you're applying for, to go back to Glendale?
We just said, that's what I mean, that's kind of, I think where we finished up was just what we put on the site map was just by the North Star.
Cornerstone past it.
It was past
No, it was two North Star, the exit outside the back of Cornerstone, and that was actually just to be towards our neighbours, to allow them to have people park in the back and still be able to exit.
So, because my only feedback is those businesses behind there somewhat get a little bit forgotten. And so, like I went to the both of those events, went to the World Cup, all of them were very family friendly and were great, but I think also part of these events that make them great for the other businesses is that foot traffic. And so if those businesses that are behind that sort of line are not getting that foot traffic, so I guess that's just something to.
The events that are going on will be where they are, so the screen's kind of going to be in front of them, and the kids' events are there, and that's.
So they're on the other side.
They're just on the other side of that screen, and from feedback from them, they've all kind of enjoyed it, because
Sure.
I guess what they say is it's not too manic on their doorstep, and people aren't, that it's not like everyone's ploughing into the kids' toy shop, the chocolate shop, but they all know it's there, it keeps the people, it gives them some space, I guess, to work with. And if they want, and for me, I think most of the people in the area know that if they want to come out and set up and put tables out there, we write letters to everybody, they all know it, they're the more than welcome to. That's my whole thing with this, is trying to get more people and more businesses in the area coming down doing tents, stalls. That's really love that with the show and shenanigans, having the local vendors come down and sell their own product. So, we're going to try to do that.
So at this time, are we in discussion? Because there's no motion on the table. Are you looking for feedback so we know what motion to make? Okay. Did you?
I just have one more comment. I do recommend Glendale being where we close it off at
Okay.
because of traffic. Because what happens is cars come down there, they don't have anywhere to go, and then we have this maneuvering going on.
Right.
So from my perspective, it's better just to block it at Glendale than vehicles have to go north or east or west in Glendale, and that's fine. So whether they use the entire area or not, I think it's best to do, from a logistics perspective and safety perspective and a traffic perspective, it's best to do it at Kensington and at Glendale.
Yeah, technically, we have 2 barriers and 2 like the full jumbotron,
Correct.
which is on scaffolding too, so it's not.
Trustee McKay.
First of all, I want to apologize, I have been texting, I have a sick kid at home.
Oh, no, please, no, no, no.
Advice about noodles,
It's more
so,
important.
but so I have been paying attention. And I, of course, support these events. And if I were organizing them myself, I would feel comfortable sort of doing my best guess about comfort level, and we haven't had any issues, so let's keep going like this. But in this seat, I'm thinking on behalf of the whole community, and I'm thinking on behalf of public safety, and so I work with staff and I take staff recommendations. So I don't want to play omniscient, that since we, I just want to look at it as like, hey, it's an event, and this is sort of best practice, and we're thinking for our whole community, and we're not making guesses about what people are going to do or not do. It's just, this is kind of how we do it. And I think as a policy, I have in the past supported event sponsors taking on overtime charges. And since I've been on the board, I've supported that, so I do support it in this situation as well. As far as the policy moving forward, I'm excited to have that discussion. I wanted to have that a year ago or whenever we started that. I don't look at it as punitive at all. I think it's just part of planning a good event and responding as a community in a responsible way. And what was the other item that's come up?
Moving the barriers.
Oh, barriers are very important.